Kevin Durant is about to be traded again. But what's really shocking isn't just where he might go. It's how the Phoenix Suns are falling apart from the inside, with one of the strangest ownership stories in recent NBA memory. Billionaire ego, front office chaos, and a mysterious dark horse team all collide in the most unpredictable trade saga of the year. The twist? KD might land somewhere that no one had on their radar 2 weeks ago. In just a matter of weeks, the entire landscape of the NBA could shift. Not just because a generational scorer is changing jerseys again, but because the team he's leaving might implode on the way out. What we're witnessing isn't just a trade, it's a slow-motion detonation. The Kevin Durant sweepstakes is on a tight schedule, not because he wants out immediately, but because the NBA draft is coming, and draft picks are the currency driving this whole thing. Several of the teams eyeing KD hold major picks, top 5, top 10, even lottery-level assets. Once the draft passes, the value of those picks plummets. So if Phoenix wants to get maximum return, the move has to happen before the first name is called on draft night, and teams know it. That deadline pressure creates chaos, not just in Phoenix's front office, but across the league. Executives are scrambling to assemble offers, agents are whispering through back channels, and rival GMs are trying to sabotage deals by leaking misinformation to the media. Durant isn't just a high-profile trade target. He's a litmus test for where franchises believe they stand. Are you one piece away from contending? Or are you desperate enough to risk it all? The clock is ticking, and the closer it gets to zero, the more unhinged these trade offers are going to get. Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns. Not the team, the circus. It starts with billionaire Matt Ishbia, who bought the team and immediately started treating it like a side-hustle frat house. His first move? Forced through the KD trade that gutted Phoenix's depth. Then he hired Brian Gregory, someone with zero NBA front office experience, to run basketball operations. Who is Brian Gregory? A college coach for 30 years. No GM background, no front office reputation. Just a guy who happened to be on staff at Michigan State when Ishbia played there. That's it. And the new Suns head coach? Same story. Jordan Au is another Michigan State connection. It's like Ishbia's running a Fortune 500 company using his college yearbook. This isn't just weird, it's dangerous. Phoenix is now the most expensive team to miss the playoffs, and it's being run by someone who brags about not doing things the NBA way. He even sent an email to all employees saying, "We'll be doing things differently." Translation? I'm in charge of everything, even if I have no idea what I'm doing. That email didn't just rub employees the wrong way. It sent shockwaves through the league. Agents started telling their clients to avoid Phoenix. League insiders began calling the Suns a dead end. And Durant? He saw it all happen in real time. You think he wants to stick around for a tech bro science experiment gone wrong? While everyone's talking about KD, nobody's asking the real question. Why is Devin Booker so quiet? Booker has played under 8 different head coaches in 11 seasons. He's never had organizational stability. Now, with Ishbia running the show like it's a personal experiment, Booker should be on red alert. Yet there's zero trade noise. Here's why that matters. Booker's about to become the highest-paid player in NBA history, nearly $1 million per game. That kind of money only works if he's happy, healthy, and surrounded by a real title contender. None of that is true right now. And if you look closely, there have been signs. Passive-aggressive quotes, less social media engagement, no public support for recent Suns moves. In a league where stars hint before they bolt, Booker is writing in invisible ink. But for those paying attention, the message is loud and clear. Get me help, or I'm gone. The teams in the mix for Durant sound like an all-star draft. The Clippers, Rockets, Spurs, Knicks, and even the Miami Heat are circling. The Clippers are aggressive but limited. They won't part with Kawhi or Zubac, and James Harden isn't even on Phoenix's radar. Their offer? Depth guys like Norman Powell, a late first-rounder, and a few role players. Decent, but not enough. The Spurs have 2 things everyone else wants: the number 2 and number 14 picks, and Victor Wembanyama. Put KD next to Wemby? Terrifying. But San Antonio won't give up the Rookie of the Year or those top picks. They're dangling Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, and maybe Harrison Barnes. That's a solid pack. They're tight with assets. No Bam, no hero. They're offering Robert Williams III, Nikola Jovic, maybe Andrew Wiggins. Decent pieces, but nothing that screams future. The issue is value. KD's 35, injuries have piled up. But he's still Kevin freaking Durant. He's still 27 points per game in his sleep. That puts teams in a bind. They want him, but not at the cost of their next 5 years. Houston has more ammo than anybody. Picks, youth, and cap flexibility. They could land KD today if they really wanted to. But that's the catch. Do they want to? Word is the Rockets are saving their haul for someone younger. A Giannis, a Booker, even a potential Jokic switch-up years down the line. Durant might be too old for their timeline. But here's the twist. Phoenix desperately wants some of their pieces back. Houston owns several of Phoenix's future picks. If the Suns want flexibility, a KD trade to the Rockets could unlock it. That leverage is real. The Rockets are playing 4D chess. They're in every room, but saying almost nothing. That's not hesitation. It's strategy. Because when the right name becomes available, they're going to pounce. KD might just be the warm-up act. The Clippers have one advantage no one else does: timing. They can line up KD's extension with their own expiring deals and hit 2028 with more cap space than anyone. It's a quiet, under-the-radar strategy, but it works. They've got high-quality depth. Norm Powell, Derrick Jones Jr., late-round picks, but the key piece might be Derrick Jones Jr., a legitimate 3-and-D player with major upside. Pair him with Powell and a first and you've got something. Still, the Suns are playing hardball. They want a real star or a blue-chip rookie. The Clippers aren't offering that. Yet. But with pressure mounting and the draft deadline approaching, desperation could shift everything. And if Durant sees a chance to team up with Kawhi and push for a ring without sacrificing his body every night, don't be surprised if he starts making calls himself. All eyes are on San Antonio. It's the cleanest fit. A young core, elite coaching, and room to contend immediately. KD and Wemby could be an unstoppable force. But if the Spurs don't pony up that number 2 pick, Phoenix may walk. Meanwhile, a CBS-proposed trade involving the Heat, Suns, and Blazers caught traction. The Suns would land Robert Williams, a perfect defensive big, while Miami keeps most of their core. It's messy, but intriguing. Then there's the mystery team no one saw coming. Rumors have emerged about a potential Eastern Conference team making a late push. Not for KD, but for Giannis. That ripple could change everything. If Giannis ends up on the block, every team, including Houston and New York, might shift their strategy completely. And Phoenix? They could get boxed out fast. No matter where KD ends up, one thing is clear. The Phoenix Suns are spiraling. Fast. A meddling owner. A chaotic front office. No long-term plan. This isn't just a team trying to trade a superstar. It's a franchise trying to avoid imploding entirely. And while everyone's watching the trade board, the real story might be the one nobody's covering. Devin Booker, quietly watching from the sidelines, cashing in and preparing his own exit strategy. So the question isn't just where KD will go, it's whether any of it will matter if the Suns keep running like a broken machine. And somewhere in the shadows, another team watches, waits, and prepares to make their move.